Hey guys, I'm Duckie Thot and we are, hey, quiet on set please. Duckie Thot and we are on set for T Magazine Australia.
Hey guys, can you actually believe this? On this planet right now, there are black people walking around with features so insanely rare. They're literally 1 in a million, sometimes even 1 in tens of millions. We're talking skin blacker than midnight itself, natural electric blue eyes on deep dark skin, bodies covered in striking vitiligo patterns, afros bigger than any you've ever seen, and kids with IQs higher than Einstein. These aren't Photoshop tricks or filters. These are real human beings who were bullied, mocked, and told they didn't belong. But instead of hiding, they turned their flaws into unstoppable power and became global icons. Today on Black Icons, we're diving deep into the 19 rarest black people on Earth, each one completely unique, each one with a jaw-dropping story that will blow your mind. Hit that like button right now, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. This one's gonna shock you. Let's go. 19. Cydnee Black. First, meet Cydnee Black, a woman whose piercing electric blue eyes shine against rich, deep melanin skin like stars in a midnight sky. Born in 1992 in Colorado, Cydnee grew up in a loving Black American family where her unique genetics were celebrated early on. Her mother has heterochromia, and Cydnee inherited an even rarer combination, natural bright blue eyes with warm brown flecks. Doctors believe it stems from a genetic mutation possibly linked to Waardenburg syndrome type 2, the same condition that left her completely deaf in her left ear. From a young age, strangers constantly questioned her. Are those contacts? Is she really black? Yet instead of hiding, Cydnee turned the constant doubt into her greatest strength. With over 1.1 million YouTube subscribers, she creates raw, honest content, makeup tutorials, natural hair journeys, and empowering messages specifically for black women. As a professional freelance makeup artist who has collaborated with MAC Cosmetics, Cydnee doesn't just teach beauty. She redefines it. Her eyes, often the first thing people notice, have become her signature, proving that true rarity can be breathtakingly beautiful. Cydnee's journey shows that genetic wonders aren't flaws, they're living art. She continues to inspire millions to stop questioning what's different and start celebrating it. While Cydnee's eyes make people do a double take, some individuals stand out for an entirely opposite reason. A complete lack of pigment that challenges everything we think we know about black identity. 18. Shaun Ross. Being born with snow-white skin and platinum hair in a vibrant black neighborhood where you look nothing like everyone around you. That was the reality for Shaun Ross, one of the most groundbreaking albino models in the world. Born in 1991 in the Bronx, New York, Shaun was diagnosed with albinism, a rare genetic condition that prevents normal melanin production. In his community, the differences brought harsh discrimination and painful bullying. Kids mocked him relentlessly, and society's narrow view of blackness made him feel like an outsider in his own culture. But Shaun refused to be defined by rejection. He poured his energy into dance, eventually joining the legendary Alvin Ailey American Dance Theater. His modeling breakthrough came after appearing on the Tyra Banks show. He became one of the first professional male albino models, walking for luxury houses like Givenchy and Alexander McQueen. Beyond the runway, Shaun has appeared in Beyoncé's Pretty Hurts video and Lana Del Rey's Tropico. More importantly, he created the powerful movement In My Skin I Win, complete with a viral TEDx talk where he openly shared his emotional journey from self-doubt to radical self-love. Shaun is a multifaceted artist, model, actor, musician, and activist, proving that true beauty transcends color. His story reminds us that sometimes the rarest glow comes from within, shining brightest against all odds. Shaun's pale skin makes him unforgettable, but others carry their uniqueness in delicate patterns scattered across their faces, turning childhood pain into proud identity. 17. Nikia Phoenix. Now picture a little black girl whose face was covered in thousands of tiny freckles, spots that made her feel like she didn't belong. That girl grew up to become Nikia Phoenix, a fearless model, activist, and champion of radical self-love. Born with prominent freckles across her face and body, Nikia faced cruel bullying from a very young age. Classmates taunted her with, "You're not really black. Those spots are ugly," and worse. The pain ran so deep that she tried desperately to cover them up. But everything changed when she decided to stop hiding. Drawing power from her family's civil rights legacy, Nikia stepped into modeling in 2005 and quickly made her freckles her signature. She has since fronted major campaigns and founded Black Girl Beautiful, a powerful movement, website, and event series dedicated to uplifting Black women through beauty, healing, and authentic storytelling. As a Reiki master, writer, and speaker, Nikia creates safe spaces for women to embrace every part of themselves. Her message is loud and clear. These freckles have helped define me, they've made me stronger. From a bullied child who felt invisible to an industry changemaker who celebrates every imperfection, Nikia Phoenix's journey is pure resilience in motion. She doesn't just wear her freckles, she wears them like armor and art, inspiring millions to love the skin they're in. 16. Khoudia Diop, Melanin Goddess, Senegal. There's something incredibly powerful about a woman who once tried to wash away the very thing that makes her extraordinary. Meet Khoudia Diop, the woman the world lovingly calls the Melanin Goddess. Born on the last day of 1996 in Senegal, Khoudia grew up with the deepest, richest dark skin imaginable. In a place where lighter skin was often praised, she faced cruel bullying from a young age. Classmates called her Midnight and Daughter of the Night. The hurt was so real that she would stand in the shower crying, desperately scrubbing her skin, hoping it would somehow become lighter. Even moving to New York later didn't stop the whispers. But slowly, with the love and encouragement of her sister, Khoudia began to see her melanin not as a burden, but as a crown. At 173 centimeters tall with striking features, she started modeling and fully embraced her identity. Today, she proudly calls herself the Melanin Goddess and has become a global symbol of dark-skinned beauty, inspiring millions of women to love their deep, beautiful shade. Her journey from shame to radiant confidence is truly heartwarming. 15. Winnie Harlow, Canada. Some stories just hit different, especially when a little girl faces unimaginable cruelty but grows up to light up the entire fashion world. That's exactly what happened with Winnie Harlow. Diagnosed with vitiligo at only 4 years old, Winnie watched dramatic white patches spread across her beautiful dark skin. The bullying was brutal. Friends called her cow, zebra, and refused to play with her. The pain became so heavy that she even struggled with thoughts of not wanting to be here anymore. But Winnie refused to let the world dim her light. In 2014, she stepped onto America's Next Top Model and changed everything. She became the first model with vitiligo to walk for Victoria's Secret, starred in Beyoncé's Lemonade, launched her own sun care brand K-Skin, and now travels the world as a global ambassador for self-love and inclusivity. Her story feels like a warm hug reminding us that our differences can become our greatest strength. 14. Slick Woods. Now let's talk about someone who completely redefined what beauty looks like in the fashion world, a woman who owns every flaw and turns it into pure fire. That's Slick Woods. Born Simone Marie Thompson on August 13, 1996 in Minneapolis and raised in Los Angeles, Slick had a really tough start. Her mom went to prison when she was just 4, so her grandmother raised her. As a teen, she ended up homeless, sleeping in bus shelters, battling drugs, and even spending time in jail. At 19, while living on the streets, she had a random encounter with British model Ash Stymest that changed everything. He introduced her to the modeling world, and her very first gig was for Kanye West's Yeezy Season 2. What makes Slick instantly recognizable is her bold, androgynous look. Shaved head, prominent gap teeth, vitiligo patches, tattoos, and that fierce, flawed but fierce energy. She became a favorite for Rihanna's Fenty Puma and Fenty Beauty campaigns, walked for Marc Jacobs, Fendi, and more. But Slick has always been real about the industry. She's spoken openly about feeling pitted against other models in contracts that tried to control how she looked. Even after being diagnosed with stage 3 melanoma in 2019 and going through chemotherapy, she famously said, "At least I'm already bald." She kept pushing forward. She's also a mom now and continues modeling while staying true to herself. Slick Woods isn't just a model. She's a living statement that you don't have to be perfect to be powerful. Her story hits different because she shows that your scars, gaps, and differences can become your signature. 13. Duckie Thot. Here's a story that feels like a real-life fairy tale. a girl who went from refugee roots to being called the living ebony Barbie. Meet Duckie Thot. Born Nikia Thot on October 23, 1995 in Melbourne, Australia, Duckie is the first of her siblings born in Australia after her South Sudanese family fled war. Her mom was actually pregnant with her while escaping the conflict. Growing up, her name was hard for teachers and classmates to pronounce, so they started calling her Duckie, and it stuck. She first gained attention on Australia's Next Top Model Season 8, where she made it to the final stages. Even though she didn't win, it opened doors. She moved from Melbourne to New York and started walking for big shows, including Kanye West's Yeezy. People went crazy for her striking proportions, flawless deep skin tone, and doll-like features, hence the nickname Ebony Barbie. Duckie has been super honest about the struggles too. She's spoken out about how the industry often doesn't know how to handle black women's natural hair and how she had to do her own cornrows on set while holding back tears. She's walked for major brands and become a strong representative of proud African beauty. From refugee background to international runway star, Duckie's journey is all about grace, resilience, and showing the world that striking African features deserve to be celebrated at the highest level. She really does look like a living doll, but with real power and purpose behind that beauty. 12. Thando Hopa, Namfi. This next one is extra powerful because it's not just about modeling. It's about fighting for survival and dignity in a place where people with albinism are sometimes hunted. Let's meet Thando Hopa. Born in 1989 in Sebokeng, South Africa, Thando was born with albinism, snow-white skin, golden hair, and pinkish eyes. From a young age, she realized she was different. The bullying was intense, especially in high school, where she tried to hide who she was. In parts of Africa, people with albinism face horrifying superstition and violence. Some are even attacked or killed for their body parts. But Thando's supportive family and her own strength helped her push through. She first trained as a lawyer and worked as a prosecutor in criminal courts. Then modeling found her. She became the first person with albinism to appear on the cover of Vogue Portugal in 2019, and the first South African of color on the Pirelli calendar alongside Naomi Campbell. She's also an actress, writer, and fierce activist. Thando helped found the Global Albinism Alliance and serves as vice chairperson for the African Albinism Network. She uses her platform to fight stigma, push for human rights, and show that black women with albinism are beautiful and powerful. She often says she represents South Africa, albinism, blackness, and womanhood all at once. From hiding in school to gracing Vogue covers and fighting in courtrooms and on global stages, Thando Hopa's story is one of incredible courage and representation. 11. Stephen Thompson. Can you imagine walking into a room in the 1990s as a young black man with completely snow-white skin, platinum hair, and being told your look is too risky for the runway? That was the reality for Stephen Thompson. Born with oculocutaneous albinism type 1, Stephen has almost no pigment in his skin, hair, or eyes. He's legally blind in one eye and has faced serious vision challenges his whole life. Discovered at 17 when a stranger approached him on the street, he started modeling in the mid-90s, a time when diversity was barely a conversation. He worked with Givenchy, becoming the face of their Spring 2011 campaign shot by Mert and Marcus, walked in Paris, and collaborated with Riccardo Tisci. But fashion wasn't his only passion. Stephen is a talented jazz musician and painter. His grandfather was a jazz composer, and because of his vision issues, he developed an incredible ear for music. He even released music under the name Lou Reels. While posing for high fashion shoots, he worked weekdays as a preschool aide at a school for visually impaired kids, many of whom also had albinism. Stephen turned what society saw as a limitation into art and quiet strength. His journey from being considered a risk in the 90s to becoming a groundbreaking muse is a powerful reminder that true beauty often challenges the status quo. 10. Ava Clarke. What if a baby was born to two brown-eyed African-American parents, but came out with striking blue-green eyes, fair skin, and golden hair? That's exactly how Ava Clarke entered the world. Born with oculocutaneous albinism, Ava's rare genetic combination created a 1 in a million look that turned heads from day one. Her photos went viral when she was just a toddler, leading to a modeling career that started at age 3 after a photographer spotted her and her mom at the grocery store. She has appeared in Vogue, Essence, and even featured in Beyoncé's Lemonade visual album. Growing up in Mississippi, Ava faced the usual stares and questions, but her family kept her grounded. She's an honor student, golfer, and champion who competes despite vision challenges common with albinism. Ava has always said she just wants to be seen as a regular girl who happens to look different. Her story exploded because it shattered so many assumptions about Black beauty and identity. From random grocery store discovery to international campaigns, Ava shows that rare genetics aren't something to hide. They're something to shine with. She's become a role model for kids everywhere, learning to embrace what makes them unique. 9 to 7. Rare genetic wonders: Jare, Ijalana, Mekhi Lucky, and Risikat Azeez. Sometimes the rarest features show up in the most unexpected ways, and these 3 prove it. Jare Ijalana, Nigeria, became an overnight sensation at just 5 years old when her photos went viral, and she was named Most Beautiful Girl in the World, the first Black African child to receive the title. Her ethereal, doll-like features and radiant dark skin with perfect symmetry captured hearts globally. She walked in London Fashion Week and continues inspiring young girls across Africa. Mekhi Lucky has heterochromia, one piercing blue eye and one deep brown eye. His mugshot went massively viral in 2020, launching his modeling career almost instantly. The North Carolina native turned a difficult moment into a platform, now working as a high-fashion model while proudly owning his unique gaze. Risikat Azeez, Nigeria, is a Black woman with striking natural blue eyes and no Caucasian ancestry, a rare genetic mutation, possibly ocular albinism. Her eyes caused her husband to temporarily leave the family amid superstition and pressure, but they later reconciled. Risikat and her daughters with the same trait have become symbols of resilience against cultural stigma in their community. These stories remind us that genetic rarities can bring both spotlight and struggle, but also incredible strength. 6. Henrietta Lacks. How does one woman who died in 1951 still save millions of lives today? That's the unbelievable legacy of Henrietta Lacks. In 1951, 31-year-old Henrietta, a young Black mother of 5 from Baltimore, went to Johns Hopkins Hospital for abnormal bleeding. Doctors diagnosed aggressive cervical cancer. Without her knowledge or consent, they took samples of her tumor during treatment. Those cells, named Gila after the first 2 letters of her name, became the first immortal human cell line. Unlike any cells before, they doubled every 24 hours and never died. Gila cells revolutionized medicine. They helped develop the polio vaccine, advanced cancer research, AIDS treatments, in vitro fertilization, gene mapping, and even went to space. Over 50 million metric tons of her cells have been grown, enough to circle the equator multiple times. Yet Henrietta's family didn't learn about it for decades, and they received no compensation while companies profited massively. Her story is one of deep tragedy, exploitation, and incredible scientific contribution. Today, Henrietta stands as a powerful symbol of Black women's resilience and the hidden sacrifices behind modern medicine. Her cells are still working long after she left this world. 5. Ramarni Wilfred. What if a kid from a tough neighborhood in East London was outsmarting some of the greatest minds in history before he even hit his teens? That's Ramarni Wilfred. At just 11 years old, Ramarni scored an incredible 162 on his Mensa IQ test, higher than Albert Einstein, estimated 160, Bill Gates, and Stephen Hawking. Raised by a single mom who poured everything into nurturing his curiosity, Ramarni was reading and writing before preschool. His favorite childhood book? An encyclopedia. At age 10, he wrote a sophisticated philosophy paper on justice and fairness as part of the Brilliant Club program. It earned him a 2-to-1 grade from Oxford University tutors and a mock graduation ceremony at Oxford itself. Ramarni has always dreamed of studying astrophysics at Oxford. He balances his genius with normal kid stuff, Disney movies, playing with his dog, and just being a regular teenager. What's truly shocking is how humble he remains. He once said he can't compare himself to those legends because of their hard work and contributions. Ramarni's story is a powerful reminder that brilliance can come from anywhere. From East London to potentially changing the future of science, this young black prodigy proves that incredible minds exist in every corner of the world, and they deserve every opportunity to shine. 4. Kelvin Doe. Imagine being a teenager in one of the poorest neighborhoods in Sierra Leone, surrounded by trash heaps, and deciding to build your own radio station from that garbage. That's Kelvin Doe, also known as DJ Focus. Born in 1996 in Freetown, Kelvin started scavenging electronics from dumps at age 10. By 13, this completely self-taught engineer had built batteries, a hand-powered generator, transmitters, and a multi-channel mixer using scrap metal, old wiring, and discarded parts. He created his own community radio station where he broadcasted news, played music, and took song requests under the name DJ Focus, because he believes if you focus, you can achieve anything. His story reached the world in 2012 when he became the youngest person ever invited to MIT's Visiting Practitioners program. At just 15 or 16, he wowed engineers at one of the top tech institutions on the planet. He's since been featured on TEDx, named to Forbes 30 Under 30, and continues inspiring young creators across Africa. Kelvin's journey from poverty and trash heaps to MIT is jaw-dropping. He shows that genius isn't about fancy schools or money. It's about curiosity, focus, and turning nothing into something extraordinary. 3. Aevin Dugas. How big can natural hair actually get? Meet Aevin Dugas, the woman who held the Guinness World Record for the largest afro for over a decade. From Napoleonville, Louisiana, Aevin let her hair go completely natural and watched it grow into something unbelievable. At its peak record measurement, her afro reached 9.84 inches tall, 10.4 inches wide, and 5.41 feet in circumference, roughly the size of a hula hoop. She first claimed the title in 2010 and held it multiple times over the years, even passing the crown gracefully to the next record holder in 2025. Growing and maintaining hair that size comes with real challenges. It gets caught in trees, slammed in car doors, and requires serious time and care. But for Aevin, it was never just about the record. It became a powerful symbol of self-love, black pride, and embracing natural beauty in a world that often pushes other standards. What's inspiring is how she turned something so rare into a celebration of identity. Aevin's story reminds us that our natural features, when fully embraced, can literally become larger than life and touch millions of hearts along the way. 2. Anala Beevers, the toddler genius who redefined brilliance. In the heart of New Orleans, a quiet miracle unfolded in 2009 that would captivate the world. While most toddlers were babbling their first words and stacking blocks, little Anala Beevers was already shattering expectations. At just 4 months old, she could identify every letter of the alphabet. By 18 months, she was fluently reciting numbers in both English and Spanish. This wasn't ordinary precociousness. It was something extraordinary, almost otherworldly. Anala's parents, Sabrina and Landon, watched in awe as their daughter devoured knowledge. By age 4, she could name all 50 U.S. states and their capitals, rattle off planets and dinosaurs, and discuss complex ideas far beyond her years. Her IQ tested over 145, placing her in the top 1% of the global population and earning her an invitation to join Mensa, one of the youngest members in the society's history. Headlines exploded, a black child prodigy rewriting what genius looks like in America. Yet behind the viral sensation lay deeper questions. In a world quick to doubt young black excellence, Anala's story became a powerful counter-narrative. She wasn't just memorizing facts, she absorbed them with a natural hunger that left experts stunned. As she grew, her brilliance evolved. By her high school years, Anala thrived at Patrick F. Taylor Science and Technology Academy and earned a prestigious Karsh Scholarship to Howard University, where she planned to major in biology with dreams of cancer and genetics research. Anala Beevers reminds us that genius can spark in the most unexpected places, defying odds and lighting a path for future prodigies. Her journey from alphabet whiz toddler to future scientist is a thrilling testament to the power of an unstoppable mind. 1. Mae Jemison, the trailblazing doctor who dared to reach the stars. Born in 1956 in Decatur, Alabama, and raised in Chicago, Mae Carol Jemison always knew she belonged among the stars. As a little girl watching Star Trek, she saw Lieutenant Uhura, a confident black woman in space, and believed it was her destiny too. But the path was anything but easy. Teachers discouraged her from pursuing science, telling her it wasn't for girls like her. Racism and sexism followed her through Stanford, where she earned degrees in chemical engineering and African American studies, and Cornell, where she became a medical doctor. Undeterred, Jemison served in the Peace Corps in Liberia and Sierra Leone, managing healthcare amid challenging conditions. In 1987, after the Challenger disaster delayed dreams for many, she applied to NASA and was selected, one of just 15 from over 2,000 applicants. On September 12, 1992, aboard the Space Shuttle Endeavour, Dr. Mae Jemison made history as the first black woman in space. Orbiting Earth for over 190 hours, she conducted experiments on motion sickness, bone loss, and even frog fertilization in microgravity. She carried symbols of pride, an African unity flag, a sorority banner, and reminders of black achievement. Her mission wasn't just scientific, it was symbolic, proving that excellence knows no racial barriers. After leaving NASA in 1993, Jemison continued breaking ground as a professor, tech entrepreneur, and advocate for STEM education, especially for girls and minorities. Mae Jemison's story is a gripping saga of resilience, intellect, and cosmic ambition. From Chicago classrooms to the final frontier, she turned skepticism into stardust and opened doors for generations. Her legacy whispers, "The universe has no limits for those bold enough to claim their place in it." Yes. As we reach the end of this incredible list, one powerful truth stands out. The very differences that once set these remarkable black individuals apart from the crowd have become some of the greatest sources of pride for black people everywhere. Through their unique gifts, unstoppable determination, and extraordinary talents, they didn't just succeed. They crafted deeply meaningful lives that continue to inspire millions across generations. Each story proves that our differences aren't weaknesses, they are superpowers. From child prodigies rewriting the definition of genius to trailblazers shattering barriers in space, medicine, and beyond, these icons turned what made them special into legacies that will echo forever. Out of everyone we've explored, the one who impressed me the most is your favorite name here, e.g. Mae Jemison or Anala Beevers. His incredible journey from brief personal highlight showed a level of courage, brilliance, and vision that truly left me in awe. It reminds us that greatness often begins with the courage to embrace who you truly are. If these stories touched you, moved you, or filled you with pride, please hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We share powerful, untold stories of Black excellence, resilience, and hidden history every single day. Drop your favorite figure from this list in the comments. I read every single one. Thank you for watching. Stay inspired, stay proud, and I'll see you in the next video. Mission ready.